This is Police Interceptors.
Police Interceptors are real life one. I'm going to tell my kids about this.
And you're riding with the pride of Northamptonshire.
Speed 120.
Ace pursuit drivers.
Contact.
M+51.
With air support.
Got 2 out, stand by.
And a crack dog unit.
If you leave, you will get hit.
They bring down the bad guys.
I believe you're wanted, mate.
Keep the streets safe.
Put your arms behind your back.
Get on the floor.
And battle 24/7.
Get down on the floor.
In the war on crime.
Crash. On the floor now!
Here's what it is, isn't it? We find them, we lock them up.
Coming up.
6-4, it's failing to stop.
We have lift off.
It's absolutely fine, hasn't it? That has absolutely nailed it.
We are airborne.
M+82, yeah, we've seen him. He's just moved into lane 2.
They're going to sting it on the southbound of Watford Gap.
And
Coming through with the dog.
if you go down to the woods today,
Police officer with the dog.
be sure of a big surprise.
This is your final warning.
There's 2 guys, one about my height, one a little bit shorter.
Cargo crime is a multi-million-pound racket in the UK, with thieves ripping off everything from colour TVs to Cadbury's cream eggs from stationary lorries.
Both had beanie hats on, dark clothes, red gloves, and they had a knife.
Hard-working truckers have been intimidated, assaulted, even dosed with sleeping gas.
I didn't want to get muffled.
But most of these so-called curtain-siders aim to operate under the driver's radar.
I'll have a spotter vehicle, like an older saloon, that'll go out and scope the lorries out, parked at lorry parks, and then cut the curtain sides, have a look inside, see if there's anything worth stealing. And if there is, then they call the carrier vehicles forward, and then they'll obviously steal the goods inside.
It's a busy night on the motorway. But the route's clear at 2,000 feet.
M+82, yeah, we've seen him. He's just moved into lane 2, doing the overtake on the Arctic now. We've got him.
The National Police Air Service is over the M1, monitoring a mid-sized lorry suspected to be on cloned plates.
There should be 4 red lights to the rear, and the offside rear is off.
The rig in question is believed to be a carrier vehicle used to cart off freight from curtain-sider thefts.
Still M1 southbound.
The chopper's followed it through 3 counties, but has a pressing date with a helipad.
From 82, to give you an idea, we've been up a while. We've got about 25 minutes max that we can be on scene, so if that gives you an idea of how long it will be over the top.
The question is, can traffic units get to the lorry before the chopper turns back?
So they're coming down towards junction 18 now.
Just stand by.
Yeah.
Junction 19.
Michael and Charlie are desperate to intercept, but they can't hit the road until a recovery truck turns up for their last job.
Well, fingers crossed we can get this picked up quickly and we can get to it.
Yes, it's directly behind the green coach in lane 2 now.
Luckily, the chopper isn't travelling alone.
It's just passing an Arctic and approaching another.
Tight on the truck's tail is a familiar face from Nottinghamshire.
I'm in the BMW behind it.
Dan Butler, and he's not the only legend in the hunt.
6-3 committed past the services.
Gav Hall,
On your call.
Yeah.
John Lee, and Macca have chased the lorry from their patch through Leicestershire to Northants.
Plan is to get the vehicle stung.
These guys are the cream of Knott's Interceptors.
Stop.
Over the years, we've seen them take down dealers.
Hands behind your back.
This was the same lad that was crying the other week when we nicked him wanting a hug.
Perform epic pursuits.
He is making contact with our vehicles.
Even rescue lost horses.
In a year's time, this is going to be the and finally story on Police Interceptors. I can feel it now.
It'll be nice to meet up with them, hopefully. Get in. Jump in.
And now that the North Hants recovery lorry has arrived,
Look, with that, we got to go. All right.
we've enough heroes to form the Avengers.
Connected now, past junction 18. Still travelling south, just stand by us.
En route to the M1, Charlie and Michael are flying.
Sierra 1, we're retaining command.
But there's a surprising amount of traffic slowing things up.
Just gonna move.
Use radio clear, half a mile markboard, Watford Gap.
That's it. Come on.
Plan is to sting the vehicle at Watford Gap.
They're going to sting it on the southbound of Watford Gap.
6-3, we are directly behind subject vehicle.
The Knots team plan to use a bed of nails known as a stinger.
So deflate the tyres, and then hopefully if the vehicle comes to a stop on its own.
I'm going to give it as much room as I can for the sting, but obviously I'm having to call it in for Nick because he's totally blind.
This will be tough to pull off on a live motorway. With this much traffic, the Stinger team won't see the lorries approach. Macca, now in the lead car, must be their eyes.
We'll just see how it plays out. Once it's stung, there's no rush to put a tactic on. Let's try and let the sting take effect.
Spikes are primed at Watford Gap, where roadworks have closed down lanes 1 and 2.
Half a mile markerboard to Watford Gap.
The lorry, Macca, and the rest of a 4-car stick are 30 seconds away.
To R4, can you put your rears on, please, and start creating a bit of a gap?
And as rear cars slow traffic, the chopper spots a potential complication.
Be aware to pursuit, you've got one heavy in lane 3.
Another lorry is just ahead of their target.
Understood.
Too late for a rethink.
We're 800 yards to the roadworks, Nick.
Traffic's leaving the first 2 lanes because of the roadworks, where the Stinger team lies in wait.
Subject vehicle travels into lane 3, anticipating the closure. 600 yards to the closure.
As they approach the spikes, their target has 2 Arctics in front of it.
I'd say we're 400 yards. Maybe 300. Vehicle stays in lane 3. You've got 2 heavies in front. You're probably going to have to throw it out in front of one of them, Nick. At your vehicle in 25 metres, 10 metres, now.
Stinger launched across the carriageway. Direct hit on the wrong lorry.
I've got the one in front.
Hidden in the roadworks by a works van, Team Stinger is relying on Macca's mark. As the second Arctic flies by, they release the spikes, a split second too soon.
I've got the one in front. I've got the subject.
Oh dear.
Did they get it?
No, they got the one in front of it.
Things are looking a bit bleak.
H1 plus 82, unfortunately we have had to resume. We've been forced by air traffic to resume. So we have aborted.
Understood, M-Pass.
The choppers had to turn back towards Nottinghamshire. Team Knot is running on fumes, and Northants units are still a way away. At this rate, the target lorry will slip through the net.
What's the plan now, please?
He's just moved into lane 2, doing the overtake on the Arctic now. We've got him.
Knots units and a chopper have chased a lorry with suspected links to curtain siding across 3 counties.
We've been up a while. We've got about 25 minutes max that we can be on scene.
An attempt to sting the target
They're going to sting it on the southbound of Watford Gap.
has failed.
I've got the one in front.
Did they get it?
No, they got the one in front of it.
Knots cars are low on fuel and the chopper has been forced to turn back.
H1 plus 82, we have aborted.
They need a rethink pronto.
What's the plan now, please?
The plan now is for Nottinghamshire to lean a little harder on the locals for help.
Sierra 1 to Northants,
Could you also, if you've got any units, put us a rolling road on, please?
Yeah, copied.
Plan B, form a rolling road to isolate the target from other traffic and bring it to a stop.
Lane 1, just past level with Brock Hall.
It's not far away.
Really close.
Charlie and Michael are ready. Interceptors assemble.
That's them there.
There's four cars, maybe
Yeah.
5 with this one and us, so
Yeah.
maybe 6.
Yeah.
Just going to put a block on behind.
Cops behind the target gradually slow, bringing traffic to a crawl. Meanwhile, units ahead of it also slow to form a sterile area, with just a few vehicles inside, including their target lorry.
He's going.
Bring him right down to a stop now. I'll take the offside. Car 3, take the rear.
North Hants have done their bit and not move in.
Box on, box on, box on.
Macca pulls across the front of the lorry. 2 cars block the rear. And it's job done. Or is it?
Vehicles manoeuvring. Vehicles manoeuvring, get in front of it.
They close formation and the lorry's boxed in like a sardine.
Vehicles manoeuvring.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Put your engine off! Engine off! Out!
Get out.
Out!
Get out.
Seatbelt. Get down! I'm behind you. Get down!
Mate, come on, get out.
Oh, behind your back.
That's it, mate. Come on.
Michael's good enough to give the collar to his new friends.
I'm not going to take him off you. You can have him.
And it's a grand cross-border effort.
Interceptor heaven, innit?
Mate, just turn and face me.
Yes, sir.
You're detained on section 1 of PACE for a search, OK? So take that fag out your mouth second. I'm PC Hempsel from Broxtowe Police Station in Nottingham, all right?
Yep.
Section 1 of PACE looking for items that might be involved in a theft, OK?
Yes, sir.
This vehicle's been identified as a clone on clone plates. All right?
All right.
Do you want the lorry moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before joining North Hants, Michael was a copper in the Met. And before that, he was a truck driver. Which is handy.
Thank you, I'm out of the way.
It's been quite the operation.
Trying to put all the pieces in place with a helicopter and our friends from Leicester and North Hants. All roads lead back to Nottingham.
The driver's road leads to the nearest nick.
Oscar Romeo 65NH. The driver of this lorry has been 3-5'd. No licence, no insurance.
Positive for cocaine.
Is it really?
Just further arresting for it.
Mate, you heard that, didn't you?
No.
So your drugs wise positive for cocaine?
Because I don't take drugs.
OK, all right.
If he doesn't have coke in his system, then a blood test back at the station will clear him.
Do you consent to provide a specimen?
No, I'd rather not, to be honest. We've got conversion to needles.
After witnessing the driver's refusal to provide, Team Knots bid their goodbyes.
Thanks very much, Jude. Thank you very much.
Leaving their collar in capable hands.
Wave goodbye to your Knots friends. Say hello to your North Hants friends.
No action was taken against driver or passenger regarding cargo theft or the clone plates, but a lorry with connections to curtain siding was seized and impounded. After refusing a blood test, the driver was convicted of failure to provide, driving without insurance or a licence, and breach of a suspended sentence. He was disqualified for just over 2 years, ordered to pay £154, and was sent down for 18 weeks. Not a bad mission for the Midlands answer to the Avengers.
I've never worked with Knots before, but to have them coming down all the way through Leicestershire down to us, and they're a good bunch, really, really great bunch.
I hope to see you.
It's a cold, grey graveyard shift. Fog is rolling in from the country, and a ghostly apparition just appeared to Griffin Scott.
We just had a 72 plate BMW disappear from us around the back streets.
The disappearing 330 Beamer could be their own car's evil twin, and judging by the camera it just triggered around 2 miles away.
The last hit on it was towards King's Heath.
it's going like a bat out of hell.
Yeah, in that case, it's absolutely flying.
Scary speeds on public roads.
That's absolutely flown, hasn't it?
That has absolutely nailed it.
The Vanisher is now 3 miles away.
It must have got from sort of Abington area there in about 2 minutes flat, if that. So the vehicle we're just behind that sort of disappeared on us has managed to get pretty much the other side of Northampton in about 2 minutes straight, which is very, very good going.
Runaways move in mysterious ways, but Griffin Scott are master ghost hunters, and they plot up on the most likely route, waiting for a second visitation.
No, I see it, headlights. It's not PM. Hold on. Oh, I think that's it.
6-4, I think we've got it. No, it's moving. It's going to come to the end of Waveney Way. Where's that? Put the dash cam.
Where's going for now?
Ghost Rider in the flesh.
6-4, it's failing to stop, failing to stop. Mill Lane towards...
Let me take over, let me take on.
Scott's an advanced pursuit driver who's no slouch behind the wheel, but when he's riding shotgun, double crewed, he's a master of comms.
Right, Papa 6-4, vehicles failing to stop, Mill Lane, general direction towards Kingsthorpe. Initial phase pursuit driver, unmarked vehicle. Can I have him on the air, please?
Please.
Thank you. Driver is unknown to me.
The mystery man is hell-bent on another vanishing act.
Speed currently 90, risk is medium. Driver is unknown to me. It's an IC1 male, roughly mid-30s, bald head. Just entering the 30s, approaching the Cock Hotel junction, speed 100, risk is medium.
This is a 30 miles per hour limit.
Vehicle travelling towards Northampton Town Centre, speed 90, through red ATS.
Temporary high back to
Temporary high, back
medium.
down to medium. It's through temporary red ATS for temporary roadworks, risk is temporary high, speed is 90. Through red ATS with Trinity Avenue, vehicle continues.
In a fast BMW head-to-head, you'd back Griff all night long, but at these speeds he may have to throw in the towel.
I think we're going to have to abort. It's too high. Nah, it's gone left Kingsley Road. No, hold on, it's fine. Traffic's still clear.
Traffic's still clear. It's a left Kettering Road at the White Elephant Junction.
Other units, including dog handler 90, are hoping to intercept. But the way this guy moves, it's like chasing the fog.
Left Kettering Road at the White Elephant Junction.
Shit.
November.
A call has gone up for the National Police Air Service.
Speed is 80, vehicle is in the distance, however.
Temporary loss.
This temporary loss at Lumbertub's pub with a roundabout standby.
Once again, their Phantom vanishes in the night.
It's a total loss at this time. We're gambling towards Booth, round Spinney. It is a total loss at this time, however.
Boughton Lane, west.
Boughton Lane.
The runaway BMW has triggered a camera a mile away in Kingsthorpe.
Can we have crews making towards Kingsthorpe?
Impasse.
They're desperate for a chopper to track their disappearing target.
And is there any response from Impasse?
I won't get impasse due to the time, unfortunately.
But with the eye in the sky grounded,
1-4, see back and make it as well. I'm on the 845 coming down.
the ghost chase heads into the foggiest sticks.
Try and get ahead of it, potentially with Stinger on Harbour Road.
An armed response vehicle has spotted the BMW, but keeping up with it is another matter.
Right, Butcher's Lane. I think it's going to be a dead end.
Which lane?
Butcher's Lane.
Yeah, it's gone off-road at the end of Butcher's Lane.
Word from the lead car is that the runaway's gone off-road and pulled another disappearing act.
I'll get it on camera, see if you can work out where it's gone, like a footpath. Take up at the end, Butcher's Lane.
The driver's out of the car and legging it into the woods.
2-4, what's the location?
24, Butcher's Lane.
Firearms have nicked a female passenger fleeing the Beamer.
Got a female detained at the moment, running from the vehicle. I believe the male's gone.
But finding the driver will be far harder if he's herring around in this pea super. There's a huge area to contain.
So he's decamped here.
Yeah.
And we're here.
It's as dark as nightmares out here and as quiet as the grave.
Just stand still for a minute. Shh.
But if he's coming that way, up to left.
Understandably, the guys are a bit twitchy.
So, do you think we're best placed here?
I think so.
Because of things that go in the night.
Are all the windows up and doors shut?
Their unmarked seems to be possessed.
Don't want that happening again.
Can someone get to...
Meanwhile, Nighty has reached the decamp zone.
Whoa.
And what this ghostly wood needs to complete the scene
Good boy.
is the wolf-like figure of Blue.
Coming through with the dog.
The female's come through this way. She's told me.
Police officer with the dog. Make yourself known or I'll send the dog. When the dog finds you, remain still. This is your final warning.
The driver of the evil twin Beamer is loose in the fog. The question is, can Blue flush him out?
Six, four, it's failing to stop,
Interceptors are after the driver of a BMW
It's a total loss at this time.
that left them for dead.
Impasse.
In thick fog,
The wrong impasse due to time, unfortunately.
the runaways decamped and fled in a wood.
The female's come through this way. She's told me.
With a passenger in cuffs,
Police officer with the dog. Make yourself known or I'll send the dog.
the hunt is now on for the driver.
Fine track. Fine track. Good boy.
Nighty just has a head torch and police dog Blue to guide him.
Wait. Go on, track on. Good lad.
And it's proper Blair Witch. But it looks like their vanishing driver
2-4. I think this male's gone to the pond.
has tried to swim his way to freedom.
Without a drone or anything aerial-wise, we're going to be struggling here.
It's too foggy for a chopper or drone.
Just for everybody's information, I'm going to send the dog. So if everybody can keep still, that'd be great.
So they're going to use Blue to flush him out.
When the dog finds you, remain still. This is your final warning.
Just hear the dog handler putting in the challenges now, so hopefully we'll get him sometime sooner rather than later.
The plan is total silence. But no one's told a possessed cop car straight from Stephen King.
Shh, 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 shh. Just there. There.
Something's out there.
What is that?
This is the bit of the movie where you turn and run, guys.
It's horses.
And nags aren't the only creatures of the night.
Yeah, so,
I think I've been stung by something on the back of my neck.
yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Oh yeah, definitely been bitten or stung by something on the back of my
I've got it
neck.
on my wrist.
Might be a mosquito.
There was a light there. See it?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's no horse.
That's cool, mate. Excellent work.
So we just had an update from our ARV colleagues. They've found the male, one in custody. So hopefully it's our driver.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Boom. What a result. That is great.
Wow.
The man was nicked on the other side of the pond where Blue was tracking.
One of the traffic lads kept still, and he come out and said a bloke just walking towards me absolutely soaking. And he's saying he's cold. Yeah, you will be, mate.
No further action was taken against the passenger in the runaway Beamer. As for its ghostly driver, the court at least saw him in the flesh. He was convicted of dangerous driving, ordered to pay £364 and got a year-long community order plus a year's driving ban. No action was taken regarding allegations of failing to stop. Meanwhile, Griffin Rich escaped the woods without encountering the North Hants Blair Witch. Though they may need an exorcist for the car.
Mate, come on, get out.
Oh, behind your back.
As we've already seen,
Right, you got him.
North Hants Interceptors are more than up to lending muscle to the neighbours to help stop a lorry.
It's nice to work with other forces to assist them.
Skills honed in their ongoing battle to catch curtain-siders.
It's a national problem, but because Northamptonshire has quite a lot of road network going through it, so we've got quite a big stretch of the M1 and the A14, we suffer with it quite a lot.
Dan Bradley Brophy and Police Dog Kohler have been summoned to the border.
The Intel team have identified some vehicles that have been involved in op-barrack offences in the county.
Operation Barrack is a cross-country initiative to tackle organised crime groups who rip off lorries. And the firearms squad think they're onto one.
We've had some offences over the past couple of nights, so one of the vehicles in particular they've identified, they're looking just to swoop on that.
The target is a mid-sized van, which they aim to intercept as it enters the county on the M1.
We think it's probably going to be just off junction 18. Our plan will probably be to try and cover the exits for that area of Stingers.
It's a few miles to junction 18, but ditherers at the lights aren't helping Dan get there.
What is this clown doing?
Dan's proudly completed the force pedal cycle course, and may have been better off on two wheels tonight. Traffic's flowing like mud, and this is taking way too long.
Come on, people.
So the Interceptor is forced to improvise.
Let's do that. Go in the back way.
It turns out there's no shortage of traffic on the back roads either.
You've done no mere favours there, on the crest of a hill.
But after running the cross-country gauntlet,
I absolutely hate this road.
Dan reaches the rendezvous point just off the motorway. And things have moved on.
Yeah, if we lead, we'll do the front of it.
The van's parked up in nearby services.
So I'm going to go forward or back, so if we put the other big ALB to the back, and then you guys take the side. Right.
They need to get to the services and block in the target before it moves off.
Right.
Rolling out.
Yep.
Dan's the rear guard in a 5-car convoy, which aims to strike before anyone can leg it. The whole team activates body-worn video. And this is it.
Vehicle surrounded.
Firearms cops have driver and passenger at taser point.
What's up, Cuff? What's up, Cuff? Get out and onto your knees. Onto your knees. Get out. Faster. Stand face this way for a sec. Stop moving your hands, mate. Subject secured. You're under arrest on suspicion of conspiracy to commit theft. Do you understand?
Yeah.
2 men are in cuffs.
Look at you playing off phone, okay.
Meanwhile, Dan has sprung cola from the boot. And this pair are going nowhere.
Police have been ahead of that. There's intelligence to suggest that the vehicle was used in a crime.
They don't seem particularly bothered.
Are you on TV, boys, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Hi, I'm on Police Interceptors. I've been arrested.
But they're in it up to their necks.
There's a slash in the side there. Is that all?
As well as suspicion of conspiracy to commit theft from the lorry parked behind them.
You're also under arrest for possession of cannabis.
There's Class B in the van.
There's some more plates in here, Jamie.
And more plates than a dinner service.
Look at these boys acting all proud, mate. Boys are being caught red-handed.
Really happy with the outcome here. But there are more vehicles knocking around, so I think we're going to resume from here and try and look for those as well. So, busy night ahead.
The next job in tonight's double feature brings down the curtain on lorry gangs and turns the spotlight on a car thief.
We've got a dedicated group of intel officers who work on APR. They've identified this vehicle.
The vehicle in question is a stolen Vauxhall van, but it's not on the motorway. So it's a fond farewell to curtainsiders and the M1.
Bye-bye.
And a cop convoy across town. Once they reached the spot the van was last spotted, the cops split up to search. And it doesn't take Dan long to hit pay dirt.
The van's parked up, unoccupied. Just moved past it. I don't know if one of the inner marks wants to go down and have a better look, because obviously I'll like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, copied.
It's a stealth mission for now. They think they know who took the van and want to keep him in the dark. So while a plain Volvo monitors the stolen motor, Dan ducks into a cul-de-sac in his dog van Christmas tree and dons a head torch.
3-0 in that case, I'll have a quick cast around with the dog.
They're not waiting for the suspect to appear.
So we're just going to have a look, see if the dog picking it up from this van.
Because Dan's got a secret weapon in the boot. Kohler's nose has more than 200 million scent receptors.
Come here.
Bad news for the local wildlife.
She's chasing a cat.
And the local bad guys.
Wait.
Because after a good sniff round the stolen van...
Oh, go track him.
Hopefully Kohler can lead Dan straight to the driver.
Go track him.
As the name suggests, Kohler could take the Pepsi challenge with any dog in the unit. She nicked a villain in her second ever mission, survived a car crash and made the news for tracking a thief on a train.
I mean, if I was a better man.
And odds are she's found another one tonight.
Came to the front garden of this house here, yeah.
Kohler seems convinced their man is inside the house.
Literally, she just went round the front and then went straight into the garden there, so...
Knock the door, mate. There's somebody in there been watching us.
Time for a house call from the firearms squad. There's a dog inside.
Hello, mate. Can we have a chat?
And a teenager who claims to be the only person home.
I'll have a chat with Perry.
But the cops are less inclined to believe him than Kohler's nose.
Okay.
So a call goes into Sergeant Perry.
Perry, I was just trying to give you a point. I just want to discuss this incident with you. We're debating using stronger terms and looking at this address under Section 17.
Section 17 provides cops with legal power to search a premises without a warrant in order to arrest someone to save life, limb or property.
There's intel on this address that links one of the occupants to burglary and theft offences, and that's quite recent as well. So we want to kind of sort of tread carefully, but at the same time we want to try and find who's been using that van.
Dan's keeping a close eye on the back garden in case anyone runs from the rear.
I'm just out here, stood looking.
And at 3 minutes past midnight, Control comes to a decision.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, cheers, Perry. Catch you in a bit.
The plan is to go in, so we'll keep obs on the back, and I think the guys are just going to go in the front.
Jamie, you all right, mate?
The firearms squad have gone in.
I know, it's massive.
And they're extremely glad the dog that they heard is outside.
Door, because there's an XL bullet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say, mate, he's a big bugger. He is an extra large bully dog.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Safe from the dangerous dog, it doesn't take long to find the man they're looking for.
You are under arrest, mate.
There is somebody else inside. Funny that.
It doesn't take long to find something dodgy.
Loads of rats.
And it doesn't take long to find the key to a Vauxhall.
Hang on. Vauxhall key's just behind him on the sofa.
Happy days.
So you are under arrest on suspicion of theft of motor vehicle.
The key that's found in the property fits the stolen van, so we'll put two and two together and he's coming into custody to answer some questions. Good result.
Grounds am I being detained on at the minute, mate?
So you've been told? Suspicion of theft?
Told you.
Suspicion of theft?
She's not told me no grounds though, innit? Obviously I'm not known to this address, yeah?
But you're in a house with vans outside of and the keys are next to you on the couch.
Yeah, but regardless, it's nothing to do with me, mate. I'll come here, yeah?
But it's enough to suspect you might be involved, so you need to answer some questions about it. If you're not involved, you're not involved, but it's enough for us to suspect that, isn't it?
And a quick look at the van makes them suspect it even more.
There's a little burner phone in the footwell there, and the box for that is inside the house. And now it's ringing.
It's worth grabbing the caller's number for extra intel.
Can you just take down the number quickly?
And they've got your number, mate. Thanks to Dan's #1 dog.
I mean, the track was all of 20 foot, but it helped build the picture to give us grounds to go in, so I'm dead stoked.
So you should be, because back at the Nick, an inventory of what was seized at the house is well worth being stoked about.
A fair bit of drugs, so we've got various wraps of cocaine, so this one in larger individual wrap. We've got various deal bags of cannabis, so there's probably about 8 to 10 there. These 3 larger wraps of what is probably going to be crack cocaine. So they're maybe looking sort of, roughly gram deals. And then we've got numerous wraps of what we believe to be cocaine in these little glossary tickets.
Which are definitely not winners. The sofa surfer nicked near the key to a stolen van is now under investigation for various offences, including theft of a motor vehicle, possession with intent to supply Class A and B drugs, and burglary. Get convicted of that lot, and the only key he'll see for a while will be the one to his cell. The driver and passenger nicked in the van earlier in the night received no further action for conspiring to steal a motor vehicle. Additionally, the passenger faced no action for possession of cannabis. However, the driver was dealt with in connection to a burglary in Leeds.
Dog section saves the day. Always happy to help out everybody else.
Stolen vans, cloned plates, Coke and Cola. How's that for a good shift? Coming up, a shoplifter doth protest too much.
You say you're not a thief, but you are because you've nicked him.
Are you known to the police?
King David.
Interceptors stop all sorts.
King David? What, that's what you're known as to the police?
Yeah.
The inventive.
I'm king, I know these things.
The unintelligible.
Well, no, you're making me like this, You're coming and you're telling me like some stupid things, bro.
The uncooperative.
At the moment, it's not happy.
And one thing they soon learn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in a car, yeah?
Is to expect the unexpected.
9 people in one car.
You don't know what you're dealing with, and sometimes be genuinely anything.
Once you stop that person, sometimes you just unravel with a whole heap of things.
It's a sunny day in the suburb.
I think that's him.
Rachel stopped a suspected Disqual driver.
Hiya, you alright? Yeah, not bad, thank you.
Good.
Whose vehicle is this?
Mine.
He's a Wellingborough lad.
What brings you to Northampton now, then?
It's just I know so many people here.
Yeah?
And a regular social butterfly. And while Rach gets his details, newly arrived dog handler Macca has a gander in his car.
Where are all the plants from, fella?
Pardon?
Where are all the plants from?
I've just got them for a friend.
Have you?
Yeah.
Bizarrely, Butterfly's back seat is full of fruit trees.
What friend's that then?
Which has him all of a flap.
Chinese bloke who lives on the chipping in Abingdon, Eastfield, sorry.
Strange.
Yeah. He's doing his garden up.
He claims he's doing up his friend's garden.
Where have you bought them from, my friend?
Morrison.
Morrison's. Have you got a receipt for them?
I haven't, no.
No, okay. I'm just going to have a quick look, all right?
Yeah, sure.
How much were they?
30, 25, something like that.
How'd you pay for them?
Exactly. Cash.
Cash. Okay, all right. And when did you buy them?
This morning.
This morning. What sort of time?
About 9:30, 20 to 10.
Okay. So if I check there now that you purchased them this morning, they'll have a record of that, will they?
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay. Hopefully or yes?
But hopefully, yes.
Which is it?
Just being straight about
I'm not a thief, but that.
Well, I'm not saying you are, my friend.
But you do sound like one.
But you bought them for a Chinese bloke.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I haven't known how long.
So you bought fruit trees for a friend who's Chinese. You're doing up his garden, but you can't remember his name.
Right, but just be straight with me. So I'm quite reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. But what you're telling me doesn't add up.
No. But I can't be doing getting arrested.
Right. Have I said to you I'm going to arrest you?
No.
So start being straight with me, or there's a good possibility I will arrest you.
Okay.
So are they nicked?
Yes.
Yes, they are. Okay. All right.
So I'm not a thief.
You say you're not a thief, but you are because you've nicked them.
I don't mind taking them back to rewrite what I've done.
I can't trust you to leave here and just take them back, can I?
That's not You could ask them, you know, if I've taken them back.
No, what I'm saying to you, my friend, is I can't let you drive off from here with them because you've stolen them already. So that I don't know you, and there's nothing to suggest you will take them back.
Okay,
it wouldn't be right for me to let you go away with them, would it?
Point taken, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's good to be honest, and then we can get it sorted out, can't we?
Butterfly seems to regret his light-fingered flutter through Morrison's plant section.
I just can't be dealing with getting arrested, honestly.
Have you ever been arrested for theft before? No.
And given his lack of form for theft, plus the fact his driving details check out, the cops are considering an olive branch for the fruit tree tea leaf.
There's a distinct possibility that we won't arrest you this morning, that we can deal with it by other methods. Yeah?
Thank you.
I think he is eligible for a comrades.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
He's very much like, I'll take them back.
Tree theft is hardly a job for Special Branch, so they've decided to issue a community resolution order. The cops will return the trees, and he will have to pay for them anyway.
This will be your one and only chance of it being dealt with like this. Like my colleague said, next time...
He's appreciated.
You'll be coming in, okay?
I'm not going to be in there.
Good. That's what we want to hear. These guys are going to take these back to Morrison's, and then they'll be coming up with some sort of plan in you paying for them. You need to get 160 quid, basically, sooner rather than later.
I do love plums.
Oh, there's a cherry one, right?
Maybe when someone takes them back, you can buy them.
Well, they're damaged goods now, aren't they? They might be cheaper.
Yeah.
Haven't got as much earth with them. Most of it's in the back of your car.
Maybe I can hoover that up and take that back.
Quick while you're winning.
The soiled goods were returned to the supermarket, and the man who swiped them was ordered to pay £160. Fingers crossed that nips any future criminality in the bud.
So hopefully it will sink in that this is a warning and that he has listened, that next time it's not going to go this way.